So now we're going to talk about face control with the driver, which that's pretty critical with this club. So I used to have a lot of fun with this club when I was a kid. I still do. I go out on the range, and it's not about how far I hit it. What I'm trying to do is I get my grip, and then I'm trying to make the club face work. So I'm trying to hit different shots with this club. So I hit high cuts, low hooks. So for instance, I'm going to stand up here, and I'm going to hit a pretty big draw. So I'm going to set up. I'm going to hit this ball and make it hook to the left. So what have I got to do? Well, I've got to get the club face to work a little different. So I'm going to turn the ball over. So I'm going to hit a little draw with it. And then I'm going to set up to this one. I'm going to say, okay, on this one, I'm going to see with it teed up like that, I'm going to see how low I can hit it. So now I've got to learn how to use the club to make the ball go really low. Okay, now this one, I'm going to make it fade. So I'm going to start this one over on the left, and I'm going to use the face. I'm going to make the ball cut. So what's really fun with this club is to stand there and just play around with hitting shots and using the face and changing the trajectory and curving the ball. So I'm doing that with my hands, mostly. See, the better you get with your hands in this club face with this club, the better you're going to drive it, because if I can make the ball curve intentionally, so if I say, well, I'm going to make this ball, let's say I'm going to make it fade. So how big does that fairway become? Well, now I'm going to aim the ball down the left side of the fairway. And if I know it's going to fade, I have 50 yards of fairway to hit to. If you know it's going to hook, I got 50 yards because I aim it down the other side. So once you find a curve you can hit under pressure, you go to the curve that you hit the best. It doesn't matter what the hole says. I mean, this hole is set up, I guess, for a fade, but I can tell you, for me, most of the time when I play here, I start the ball at that tree on the right and I draw it back into the fairway. Now I know the ball's going to draw, so what have I got? I've got all of that grass to work with. What do amateurs do? You don't know which way it's going to curve because you never practiced doing it. So you stand up and you aim it down the middle of the fairway. Guess what just happened? Your golf course got smaller, because now that 50 yards is 25 yards on both sides. So if you've got a curve you can hit, it doesn't matter which one, the golf course gets bigger. If you're not sure which way it's going to curve and you're aiming it down the middle, your golf course got smaller. You actually have to be better than the best players in the world. So this one, I'm going to set it down the left side, set up to it, and now I'm going to hit a fade. So that hit a big slice, and guess what? The ball's still in the fairway. Now, if I'd aimed that down the middle and hit that shot, where am I? In the rocks. So learning how to curve the ball with this club is important. Which curve are you the best with? When you're trying to play and you're trying to shoot a score, being able to hit this club and know which way it's going to go and get in play is pretty important. If you don't practice doing that, you're never going to be able to do it on the golf course. And here's the biggest thing. Whatever you tend to do with this in practice, go ahead and play that shot. There isn't a right or wrong shot. I get involved with the members and different players, and I go out and play with them. I watch them on the range, and they're hitting a certain shot. And we go to the first tee, and I go, where are you aiming? They go, well, you know, I'm going to aiming down the middle. I go, well, you didn't hit one ball on the range where that's going to end up on the grass. Well, this one is. Oh, really? So this is going to be the first time. No. So you go with what your tendencies are. Play your that's what good players do. They warm up and they see what shot do they have control of, especially with this club. Sometimes it's a fade, might be a little draw, whatever it happens to be. And they're going to try to play that shot, especially on the first few holes. Now, it may change a little as they go, but you've got to play what you're comfortable hitting. There isn't a right or wrong shot. The wrong shot to hit is a shot you're not comfortable trying to hit, especially if you're trying to shoot a score, because that is a train wreck. I've been there. I've driven that into the off the tracks multiple times. Oh, I'm going to do this, go to my quiet place, trust it, and it doesn't work. All right, so go with what you're comfortable with. Practice curving the ball and hitting shots with this. This isn't just a distance club, it's a placement club. It's fun to curve it. It's easy to curve it because there's less loft in the face.